Good day, my friend. How is your day going? We had a major celebration at church last Sunday. We paid off the mortgage on the new sanctuary. We have been paying for the sanctuary building project for over 15 years, so I would hardly call it a new sanctuary anymore. Everyone is very excited because the church is now debt-free, and the bank loan was paid nearly 10 years early. We have a very generous congregation that is always eager to support the church's ministries. The pastor said something very interesting during the sermon. However, he stated that we should be excited about how generous God was in building and paying for the new sanctuary. That statement struck me rather odd because the same pastor always encouraged us to give generously to the new sanctuary building project. Now he stood before us, saying God's generosity paid for everything. Would you agree with that statement, my friend? Pastor said that the money came from God's abundance that flowed through us. Pastor asked if anyone missed the money they gave, missed a house payment, or could not send their children to school. Pastor said that God's great abundance flowed through us, building this glorious home for God. Pastor also said it was good that God used us because the church's name was on the mortgage and not ours. Pastor wasn't wrong. We gave to the building program for years and never really seemed to miss our offering.
God built heavenly dwelling places in earthly locations. Visit the temples of God often. Lord our God, all this abundance that we have provided for building you a temple for your holy name comes from your hand, and all of it belongs to you. 1 Chronicles 29:16. I do not take from you to build my churches, sanctuaries of houses of worship. The resources for temples that carry my moniker are created by my abundance given to you. Each stone, board and brick carry my name. I have blessed you so that you will have more than enough to sustain your life and honor my life in you. Come to my temple for worship, prayer, and celebrations. My temple was built as a dwelling place for me, where you can encounter my love and grace. Fill my sacred space with holy music, fervent prayers, and acclamations of worship. Give freely of yourself in my presence, and I will return your efforts with divine blessings. Come to me as a gathered crowd and worship me in spirit. My sanctuaries were not just built to honor me, they exist to welcome you. You must remember that all of my places of worship and prayer are built from the abundance that I gave you. No one had a lack or want because of their generosity in building my houses of worship. Overflowing abundance built my dwelling places as a sign of my physical presence whenever you enter my home. I can manifest many major miracles in your life if you remain open to me. My churches are just the beginning of what we can do.
We end another devotional, my friend, but I hardly think it is over. I encourage you to think about something today. Instead of considering money as a resource to pay for things, look at money differently. Think of money as a spiritual energy, or currency. I know that it is a play on words for currency, but it is true. God uses what we have and somehow multiplies it and uses what we give, and we never seem to miss our gifts to God's service. Some may say that we don't miss what we give because we did not give enough to make a big enough difference in our lives. That may be partially true, but I think it is because the spiritual current of money flows through people in a very different way than just an income flow. What do you think? Does God allow spiritual energy to flow through us to the extent that it creates abundance in our giving? While you ponder that for a few moments, let me pray for you, my friend. What a wonderful and generous God you are. You do indeed bring your people together to work miracles through us. What seems impossible to us is easily completed through your power and spirit. I pray you will continue calling us to step up and attempt the impossible. Moses didn't want to lead his people, but you compelled him to do his best. Everyone thought David was too young, but you knew even a giant couldn't squash his faith. Lift us up and encourage us to be faithful in following you. Use us to do far more than we ever expected or could imagine. Bless our work so it can become part of your divine flow of spiritual energy. Lay your holy hand upon our finances so they will multiply to the glory of your kingdom. May your power flow through us to change the world and help your people. Amen. God go with you into the day, my friend. May I encourage you to visit our website once again? We want to share the abundance that flows through us. We have several free opportunities for daily prayers and devotionals. I encourage you to visit spirit-calling-book.com. While you are visiting the website, I hope you will encounter our motto that nothing is closer to you than the Spirit of God. Go in peace.